Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be solving Jan 2023 for MA1 1 HR. Question 1. The table shows information about the frame size in centimeter of 60 bicycles sold in a shop. Okay, first question is write down the modal class. The modal class is the class which has the highest frequency. So the highest frequency is 19 and that is for the class 48 to 54. So your modal class is 48 less than S less than equal 54. Part B, work out an estimate for the mean frame size. Now the formula for mean when the frequency is given is sigma fx over sigma f. Now the word sigma means sum of all. So the denominator is sum of all frequency. So you have to add up all the frequency here and it should give you a total of 60. So your denominator is 60. Numerator, I need to find sum of all fx. So your f is already given to you. You don't have x, but you have a group here. Now x is the midpoint of the class. X is midpoint of each class. Now to find the midpoint, if the numbers are not easy, what we have to do is you have to take the average of the two limits. So add both the limits of the class. For example, let's take the first class 30 to 36. You add the two and divide by 2. So that gives me 33 for the first one. Similarly, 36 plus 42 divide by 2, that gives me 39. So what I will do is we'll add up two more columns here to the table. So in the first column, let's put x, which is the midpoint of the class. For the first group, we have 33. For the second class, we calculated it is 39. Now, if you see, look at the groups, it is increasing by 6, 36 to 42, 42 to 48, it is increasing by 6. So even the midpoints will increase by 6. So 39 plus 6 will give me 45, plus 6 gives me 51, plus 6 gives me 57. I have x, I have f. So we'll multiply both to get fx. So you multiply both and put this in your calculator. So 4 times 33 will give you 132. 39 times 14 will give me 546. 18 times 45 is 810. 19 times 51 will be 969. And 5 times 57 is 285. Now, when I add all this, values of fx, I will get sigma fx. Now let's put this in the calculator. So we have 132 plus 546 plus 810 plus 969 plus 285. That gives you a total of 2742. So your sigma fx is 2742. Just divide it by 60 and you get your mean. Divide by 60 and your final answer, your mean of the data is 45.7. Okay, moving to question number 2. The diagram shows a solid triangular prism. All the dimensions are given. Work out the total surface area of the triangular prism. Now to find the total surface area, basically we need to add up the areas of all 5 faces. Now the front and the back are both triangular faces, so let's add the area of these two. Area of triangle is half base into height. So it will be half times base of the triangle is 3.6 and height is 4.8. We'll multiply it by 2 to get the area of both the triangles. To put this in the calculator, that will give us 17.28. So we have the area of the two triangular face. Now let's work out the area of the base. Base is this part. So the area of the base will be 7 times 3.6. That will give us 25.2. Okay. Now let's find the area of the back face, which is height is 4.8 and your length is 7. So 7 times 4.8, that gives us 33.6. And lastly, the slanting face. So let's work out this area, which is 7 times 6 gives me 42. Now I have this area of each of the 5 faces. When I add up all, I will get the total surface area. So let's work it out. So 17.28 plus 25.2 plus 33.6 plus 42 gives me 118.08. Now the question says round your answer to 3 significant figure. It means I need only the first 3. Now this one is weak, so when you round it, your final answer will be 118 centimeter square. Moving on to the next one. Question 3. Here is a list of 6 numbers written in order of size. So the numbers are already arranged. The numbers have a range of 9, median of 8 and a mode of 10. Since the range is 9, so the difference between the biggest and the smallest, the difference between them will be 9. So you know the bigger value. So to find the value of x, you will do 12 minus 9. So value of x will be 3. So you got the value of x is 3. Now it says mode is 10. It means 10 has to repeat at least 2 times. Okay, so you can say the value of z will be 10. So z is 10 since the mode is 10. Now one more information is given that the median is 8. That is the average of y and z is 8. Z is 10. So y plus 10 divided by 2. When you take the average, you get a median of 8. So multiply both sides by 10, you will get 16. Subtract 10 on both sides, you will get y equal to 6. So value of x is 3, y is 6, and value of z is 10. Moving on to the next one. Divya and Yon each pay for a holiday at a special offer price. Okay, Divya's holiday, the normal price is 1600, special offer 16% off the normal price. So it means Divya gets a discount of 16%. So if she gets a discount of 16%, so she pays the remaining 100 minus 16. That means she pays only 84% of the actual price. So 84% of 1600. So Divya pays 1344. This is the amount paid by Divya. Now, the amount that Divya pays is the same as the amount that one pays. Work out the value of K. So, the normal price is 1400 and the offer price is same as what Divya paid. So, the offer price is 1344. They are asking you find K percent, the discount percentage. Now, to find the discount percent, the formula is you find the difference, that is the discount, divide by the original times 100. So here the difference between 1400 and 1344, 1400 minus 1344 gives you the discount amount, divide by the original, which is 1400, times 100 will give you the percentage. So 1400 minus 1344 divide by the original price 1400 times it by 100. So the discount percent is 4%. So value of K here is 4. Okay. Next question. Question 5. C grams of chocolate is shared in the ratio 2:5:8. The difference between the largest and the smallest share is 390. Work out the value of C. So you want the total weight. Okay. So if you see altogether 2 plus 5 plus 8. So total parts are 15. Okay. Now, the difference between the largest share and the smallest share is 390. So the smallest share is 2, the largest share is 8. The difference between them is 8 minus 2, which is 6 parts. The difference between the largest and the smaller is 6 parts, and the actual difference is 390 grams. So we can say that 6 parts is same as 390 grams. Now, we'll divide both sides by 6. So I will get 1 part is 65 grams. Now, once you know 1 part, it's easy to work out all the values. They want you to find the value of C, which is the total, that is 15 parts. So 1 part is 65. I want 15 parts. So I need to multiply both sides by 15. So times 15 times 15. So 15 times 65 will give me 975. So the total weight of chocolates is 975 grams. Okay. Number 6. Solve the simultaneous equation. Now, here we will try to use elimination method. Now, two things to remember. The variable that we want to eliminate should have same coefficient and they should have different sign. So if you look at the y terms, the sign is different, but the coefficient is not same. In the second equation, I have 6. In the first equation, it is 2. So if I multiply the first equation by 3, okay, I will have same coefficient. So let's multiply the first equation by 3. So 3 times x will give me 3x. 3 times 2y is 6y. And 3 times 15 is 45. We'll copy down the second equation below this. So we get 4x minus 6y equals 4. Simply add the two equations. So 4x plus 3x is 7x minus 6y plus 6y will cancel each other. 45 plus 4 is 49. Find the value of x. I need to cancel 7. So divide both sides by 7. You will get your answer x equals 7. Now to find y, you can substitute x equal to 7 in any of the equation. So let's take the first one, x plus 2y equal to 15. Value of x is 7 plus 2y is 15. Subtract 7 on both sides, you will get 2y equal to 8. Divide both sides by 2 and you get y equal to 4. So value of x is 7 and value of y is 4. Okay. Question 7. Question 7. Write 9.32 into 10 power minus 5 as an ordinary number. Since the power is negative, the point will move 5 places to the left. So when you move it 5 places to the left, starting from 9, so 9 is first jump, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put a point, and you put a 0 before the point. So that's your answer. One more easy way to remember is, since the power is minus 5, put 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by your number 932. Put a point after the first zero. That gives you your answer. Okay. Part B. Work out 3 into 10 power 5 minus 6 into 10 power 4. Now you can put this in the calculator. So 3 times 10 power 5 minus 6 times 10 power 4. That gives me 240,000. So you have 240,000. But the question says give your answer in standard form. So in standard form, we need only one digit before the point. So this has to move between 2 and 4. So your answer will be 2.4 times 10 to the power. Now the point is moving 5 places, so you write here power 5. So your final answer is 2.4 times 10 power 5. Part C. Now here it's multiplication, 3 times 10 power 5 into 6 times 10 power 65. Now since the powers are too big, we won't be able to do it from the calculator. So we can do it here. So multiply 3 and 6. 3 times 6 is 18, and multiply both the exponents. Since the bases are same, you add the powers. So 10 power 55 plus 65 will give me 120. But they want our answer in standard form. So if you look here, 18 is not in standard form. So to write 18 as in standard form, it will be 1.8 times 10 power 1. And we already have 10 power 120. So we can combine these two. My final answer will be 1.8 times 10 power. Add the powers, you will get 1 to 1. So final answer 1.8 times 10 to the power 1 to 1. Okay. Question 8. Factorize fully. Now to factorize, we need to find the HCF. Now to find the HCF of 18 and 21, we need to look for the biggest number that can divide 18 and 21. So the biggest number that can divide 18 and 21 is 3. So I can factor out 3. Now for the variables, to find the HCF of variables, you will take only the common variable, the ones which are present in both the terms with least power. So I have C3 in first term and C2 in second. So C is in both. The small power is 2. It means I can factor out 3C square. Now, so if you factor out 3C square, 3 times which number is 18? 3 times 6 is 18. You had C power 3. You took C2. So you're left with a C and you're left with D square. So this is what is left in first term. Minus 3 times which number will give me 21? So 3 times 7 is 21. I have C square which is already factored out. So that's it. So this is my final answer. So 3C square bracket 6CD square minus 7. To double check your answer, you need to multiply it out and check if you're getting the same. Part B, question is factorize the quadratic. So we need to look for factors of 18. So when you multiply, you should get negative 18, and when you add, you will get negative 3. So factors of 18 are 6 and 3. You want negative 3, so your bigger number will be negative and the smaller will be positive. So you open two brackets, start with y, put the factors minus 6 and positive 3. You can also get these factors from the calculator. Okay, now hence solve. So it is a continuation. Now since we have already factored, so we can write y minus 6, y plus 3 equal to 0. Now, so y minus 6 is 0, or the second factor y plus 3 is 0. So y will be move minus 6 to the right, you will get positive 6, or y will be plus 3 will become negative 3. So your two solutions are 6 and negative 3. Question 9. The diagram shows an isosceles triangle ABC. AB is 7. The two equal sides are y. Area of the triangle is 42. Work out the value of y. Since the area is given, the base is given, we can find the height. So let's draw a height here in the diagram. Since it is an isosceles triangle, the height is also the bisector. Okay. Now the formula for area of triangle is half base times height. Area is 42 equal to half. Base of the triangle is 7. Height we don't know, let it be h. Now half of 7 is 3.5 times height. I want to find the value of height, so divide both sides by 3.5. So 42 divide 3.5, that gives me 12. So the height of the triangle is 12 centimeters. The question is to work out the value of y. Now let's go back to the diagram. Height we got as 12. Now to find y, now since the perpendicular is also the bisector because it is an isosceles triangle, so each part will be 3.5, 3.5. So in one of the triangle, we can use Pythagoras theorem to find the value of h. Now in this triangle, y is the hypotenuse, so we can write y square equal to 12 square plus 3.5 square. Now to find the value of y, take square root of both sides. So square root of y square is y, and we'll put this in the calculator. So I need square root of 12 square plus 3.5 square. That gives me 12.5. So value of y is 12.5 centimeters. So in this question, using area, we found height. And since it is an isosceles triangle, the altitude is the bisector. Then we used Pythagoras theorem to find the value of y. Question number 10 is related to circles. R and T are points on a circle with center O. RT, the chord, length of the chord is 12. M is the midpoint of RT. So the full chord is 12. M is the midpoint. So each part would be 6, 6. Angle ROM is 52 degree. Work out the area of the circle. Now to find the area of the circle, we need to work out the radius. So I need to find the value of R. Now, since M is the midpoint, it means OM is bisecting RT. Okay, so OM will also be perpendicular to RT. That is, I can say angle OMR is a right triangle, or OMR is 90 degree. So triangle OMR will be a right triangle. Now, in this triangle, we can use SOHCAHTOA to find the value of R. So I have the opposite side, that is 6 is the opposite side and R is the hypotenuse. So we can use the SO ratio, which is sine is opposite upon hypotenuse. So sine of the angle is opposite side, which is 6 over the hypotenuse, which is R. Take the cross product. So R times sine 52 equal to 6. Divide both sides by sine 52. So you will get R equal to 6 over sine 52. So that gives me 7.614. Now question is to find the area of the circle. Now the formula for area of circle is pi r square So just substitute the value. So A equal to pi times radius is 7.614 square. Now put this in the calculator so we can take pi times 7.614 square. So it gives me 182.12. The question says round to three significant figure. So I want only the first three. The next digit is weak. So final answer will be 182 centimeters square. Okay. Moving to question number 11. Now, to complete the frequency table, so the first one is you want to find how many are waiting for less than 10 minutes, which is 7. For the second group, waiting for 20 minutes or less is the total of the first two groups, 7 plus 10, which is 17. For the third one is the total of the first three, so 17 plus 15, that gives me 32. And less than 40 is the first four group, 32 plus 32 is 64. And for the last one is all are waiting for 50 minutes or less. So add 16 to 64, you will get 80. Now we have your cumulative frequency. We need to plot these points on your graph. So this will be a x and this will be a y. So when x is 10, your y is 7. So when x equal to 10, y is 7. So it will be this point. At 20, it is 17. For 20, it is 17. It's 15, 16, 17. For 30, it is 32. 30 is 32. 40 is 64. 64 will be this point. And lastly, at 50, it is 80. So 50 is 80 is this point. So when you join all these points, you will get your curve. So let me join all them. Okay, now you have your curve. Question says, use your information to find an estimate for the median. Now median is 50% value. Your total frequency is 80. So 50% of 80 is 40. So you need to find for 40 what is the corresponding value. So you need to go to your graph. So for 40, you need to find what is the corresponding value. So you draw a line from 40, go to the curve and find the corresponding x. That gives me 33. So the median is 33 minutes. Now the next question is to find a graph, use the graph to find an estimate for the interquartile range. Now interquartile range is upper quartile minus lower quartile. Your upper quartile is 75%, your lower quartile is 25%. Now 75% of the total frequency, which is 80, so that is you need to find the corresponding value of 60 from your graph. And similarly 25% of 80 is 20. You need to find the corresponding value of 20, and these two answers you got to subtract to get your interquartile range. So let's go back to your graph and find out what is the corresponding value of 60. So from 60 you go to your graph, okay, and you come down. It gives me 39. So your upper quartile is 39. For lower quartile, we need to start with 20. Go to your graph and come down, find the corresponding x, that is 23. So 39 minus 23, so your final answer is 16 minutes, which is your interquartile range. Next question, number 12. Two power negative 4x equal to 32. Now since you have variable as a power, it's an exponential equation. In all such questions, try to make same basis. Whenever you have an exponential equation, make same base. Now here I have base 2 power 4x, negative 4x. So on the right side, in place of 32, I want 2 power something. So if you work it out, you will see 2 power 5 gives me 32. Now since the bases are same, you can equate the powers. So minus 4x will be equal to 5. I need to find the value of x. So divide both sides by negative 4. So the final answer x is minus 1.25. Okay. Next one, question 13. Use algebra to show that 0.381 is 21 over 55. Now, if you see a 0.381, this is a common mistake. The dot is on 8 and 1. It means only the digits 8 and 1 is recurring. Okay, so let's start. The first step will be let x equal to your number 0.381. Since 81 is recurring, so I'll write here 8181. No, we'll write here since only two digits recur, you multiply the first equation by 100. So if only one digit is recurring, you multiply by 10. If three recurs, multiply by 1000 and so on. So let's multiply the first equation by 100, both sides. So you will get 100x equal to, when you multiply by 100, the point jumps two places. So you'll get 38.1, then 8181 keeps recurring. Copy down the first equation below this. So x equal to, try to keep the decimal point in the same line. So you have 0.38181, so on. Now subtract the two equations. Okay. So 100x minus x will give me 99x, and the right hand side, this part 818181 is all recurring, it will get cancelled. So I'm left with 38.1, subtract 0.3, that will give me 37.8. Now I want x all alone, so divide both sides by 99. Okay, and you put this in the calculator. So 37.8 divided by 99. The simplest answer is 21 over 55. That's what the question is. So equal 21 over 55. Now, since it is a 2-mark question, we cannot write the answer directly. We need to show the working. Okay. Question 14. P equal to P over R. P is 0.51, correct to two significant figure. R is 6.3, correct to two significant figure. Work out the upper bound for the value of t. So before we work out value of t, first thing we need to work out the upper bound and lower bound for both p and r. Now it says two significant figure. When you look at the number, the second significant figure is 1, which is the second decimal place. So here basically we are doing a rounding of 2 dp, which is 0.01. You divide it by 2. So to get the upper and lower bound, you need to add or subtract 0.005. Okay, so let's work it out. So p is 0.51. You add and subtract 0.005. Okay, so when you add 0.005, you will get 0.515, and when you subtract, you will get 0.505. So this is the lower bound and this value is the upper bound. Okay, now value of r is 6.3, correct to two significant figure. Now again it is 2SF, but if you look at the number, the second significant figure is 3, which is the first decimal place. So here it is rounded to 1 dp. So one decimal place is 0.1. You divide it by 2, so you get plus or minus 0.05. So to get upper and lower bound for value of r, you need to add and subtract 0.05. So value of r is 6.3. So you add 0.05 and subtract 0.05. When you add, you will get 6.35, and when you subtract, you will get 6.25. So I have the lower bound and upper bound. But question is, work out the value of upper bound for the value of t. So let's put the formula. So t equal to p over r. I want to find upper bound for t. Upper bound for t, it means I need a big answer. So your numerator should be the biggest possible number and you divide by the least possible number. So you will take p upper bound and r lower bound. So let's do the value. Upper bound for p is 0.515 and lower bound for r is 6.25. So 0.515 divided by 6.25. That gives me 0.0824. 0.0824, and in this chapter make sure you do not round, no rounding. Okay, so this is the final answer.